Hi there, this is Dr. Nemechek of the Nemechek Protocol, and I want to talk just real briefly about kids and vitamins and probiotics and stuff like that, because there's this kind of difference between there are some naturally occurring foods or very common commercial foods that have vitamins added to them, or they naturally contain some probiotics. And then there's this whole other realm of products that are designed to be a multivitamin or are designed to be a vehicle to give you probiotics, okay? And people are, I don't have a very clear black or white answer to help guide everybody with this, but you just have to do your best to make some judgments. And when you're using a particular thing, watch your child, make sure nothing bad happens, okay? So, for instance, traditional milk has, in the United States, and I think in many places, a tiny bit of vitamin D added to it. This is very different than plunking in a big dose of vitamin D every day in your child. The problem with the multivitamin, say, tablets or a vitamin tablet is we get these really high concentrations of the vitamin, the nutrient in the bloodstream, and this really high spike is very unnatural. And we're learning these vitamins have the potential to do different things at these very high concentrations, and that's kind of the concern. Now, if you're drinking, traditionally produced milk fortified with vitamin D, there's a tiny bit. If you look at the amounts, there's so little in there, but it's enough that on day in, day out can help a population, and you can prevent a lot of problems that people have. The same thing goes with infant formulas. Most of these have multivitamins in them per se, but the concentrations are so small they do not compare at all to some of the super duper multivitamins that I see my patients give their kids. Some of these kids are getting tons of stuff, okay? The same thing goes with, yogurt is a difficult one for people because traditional yogurts can contain one or two, maybe even three different types of lactobacillus or bacteria in there. But in the States in particular, there's a whole range of products that when you look at them, they're bragging about the number of bacteria in there. They have 15, different species and so forth. And so these are very different kind of products. Your basic yogurt or yogurt you make at home are very safe, I believe. It's just on occasion we get these kids who have tons of problems, and what we've seen is those problems were coming from a food product that was really a probiotic supplement disguised as a food product, okay? One that comes to my mind is a child quit talking after they had this special bread that was just packed full of probiotics. And once we stopped the bread, their development returned and they continued to progress nicely. So, so you're going to have to work this out on your own. You're going to have to use a little common sense, all right? Traditional foods with tiny amounts of vitamins in there that are fortified, that have been done that for decades, I think those are safe. All right. Fermented foods that have been used traditionally, produced in traditional ways, I think they're fine. All right. It's just these other health promoting, brain boosting, kind of supplements. Those are the ones you need to really give a second look to. And if you need, run it by somebody else and see what they say. Somebody that's kind of disconnected, and you lay out the issues and see if they can help you. So anyhow, a tiny bit of vitamins is essential for a human to function. It's in all our foods, so we're used to that. If there's a tiny bit added to the formula, a tiny bit added to milk, or whatever the product is, I think that's perfectly fine. Just watch out for the multivitamins and probiotics that are masquerading as a food. That's all for now. This is Dr. Nemechek, Nemechek Autonomic Medicine in Buckeye, Arizona. Take care.